One race down and 1 point in the bank. Hopefully things will get better as we travel to Saudi Arabia for round 2 in the F1 2024 season. Welcome back, guys, to Son of Scotland 90. It's episode 2 of F1 Manager 24. The first race of the season was a reality check. We were expecting to be competing against the likes of Mercedes and McLaren and getting big points finishes, and in the end all we did was sneak a single point with Fernando Alonso. So yeah, lots to worry about there. Alonso's not happy. I don't blame him. The car doesn't seem to be good. We've got Saudi Arabia coming up in 3 days. We can't improve the car before then, but we can start designing new parts. We can start looking at improving the car, and that's what we're going to do. Obviously it's going to take a while before this comes into play, but yeah, better late than never. So we're going to look at what we would improve in the most. I'm going to believe for maybe front wing. Yeah, let's go with the front wing then. So we're going to look to design front wing. So we've got the MAU hours and the wind tunnel hours. So we're just going to go ahead and increase these. We will dedicate, let's say, I want to make a good front wing. So let's dedicate 1.5, and the wind tunnel hours we will, what will we put? We'll put 20 hours maybe into that. So we're going to do that. Boom. And that will get it done. And we can actually increase this stuff if we want. I guess we'll keep this a focus preset. Balance, speed, high performance, low speed performance. I think, what do we want? Optimize cooling. Maybe high speed performance. Let's go with balanced actually, right? We'll keep it balanced. Engineers, many engineers, will we get to work on it? We'll get 3 engineers to work on it. Do we rush it? Or do we just go normal, intense? We'll just go normal, I think. Yeah, with no point rushing it. And there you go, it's going to cost 1.8 million. So yeah, we're going to work on the front wing. And is there anything else we want to work on? Let's see, where are we in terms of... Let's work on the maybe underfloor as well. Side pods, perhaps. Side pods. Yeah, let's. What about the chassis? I mean, the chassis is something we could definitely. No, I think we're okay in that. Side pods, I think we're okay. Right. You know what? We don't want to work too much at the same time, so I think we'll work the underfloor. You know, we'll have a little mess about here, and let's see. We'll dedicate 2 hours to that as well, and many hours. We will go another 20. Boom. And we'll keep that there. And engineers, we'll have 2 engineers working on this, and the game will do normal, and that's going to cost 1 million. So yeah, I've got a front wing and an underfloor getting designed. And do we go with something else here? What about the manufacturer? So what about the chassis? Do we go with the chassis? Can we try and get that improved as well? Possibly. Oh, that's choosing the amount. We don't want to do that. We want to design it, so that's manufacturer parts. Front wing, let's decide. We may as well use up all these things, so all these hours. So let's improve the... Where are we struggling here? Side pods. You know what? We'll improve the side pods. Why not? And we'll just use up our remaining hours. So, because we need to try and improve this car. So let's go wind tunnel. Are we really going to? Yeah. So we're going to use all these hours. And just using them all up. Boom. We will. What we're going to go for here? We're going to go for engine cooling, optimize cooling. Let's go balanced. I think balanced probably the best way to do this, and then we'll put 3 engineers on it, and we will do this as normal. And that's going to cost 1 million as well. So there you go. Look, we're beginning to get the car, hopefully getting designed in the right direction. So that is what we're looking to do. So here we go. We have the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix coming up really soon. And I'm hoping that we can get a much better performance here. So, yeah, race preview. We're heading to the streets of Saudi Arabia, Jeddah. Max Verstappen is the favourite, and we can see the standings here that don't look too good for us. We've got 1 point. I mean, that's just not good enough. We need to improve on that. Right, Lance Stroll, race targets. We will go with 11th or higher. You know, we'll go. That's the moderate race targets. That's what we're going to go with. We're not going to be too optimistic. Alonso, we're going to go 9th or higher. Now, we failed both of these in the opening race, but I'm hoping this time we can actually improve on that. So, yeah, let's go 9th, and we need to have a good session. So, 3 practice sessions, qualifying, and then the race. Last time out, the car setup for Lance Stroll was decent. So I'm a little bit surprised as to why he had no pace, but we'll just put it down to a bad weekend. Bahrain didn't work for us. Hopefully Saudi Arabia will work for us. And look at those high buildings, man. Look at that. I mean, if you sat up top there, you would definitely get a good view of the weekend. But hopefully we can get a good view of our cars somewhere near the front. So Red Bull are getting ready, as they do. Constructors champions, drivers champions, they know what they're doing. They are the team to beat, and that was evident after the first weekend. So yeah, with that said, let's do this, let's get into it, and let's get both drivers out here for car setup. Let's do it. We need to get both guys ready for the first practice session. So I'll be getting the setup. So we're going to fix this setup, we're going to send them out, and then we're going to see just whereabouts we can get both Lance Stroll and Fernando Alonso in the practice 1. So that is practice 1 over, and we're not in the top 10, but not to worry, because we did focus on longer runs, harder tyres, not really looking for fast lap times here, more focusing on getting the car set up right. But McLaren looked like they did pretty well. Oscar Piastri coming home in first place with Leclerc in second, and then Perez and Verstappen in the Red Bulls there. But yeah, I mean, you can clearly see the running order appears to be McLaren, Ferrari, Red Bull. Mercedes not exactly doing great down in 6th and 10th. That gives us a little bit of hope, but as always, the Racing Bulls look good as well. So yeah, it's going to be tough. We'll see how far we can go in this race. In this weekend, we've got Fernando Alonso in 12th place, Lance Stroll in 16th, Alonso 1.7 off the lead, Lance Stroll 2.3. But like I said, not focusing here on lap times, focusing on car setup. Hopefully we can see better improvements though in practice 2 and practice 3. Alright, so practice 2 is over. We have a very mixed bag. We have Lance Stroll, who went out at the end. He just went for a qualifying lap on the soft tyres, and he blitzed the field by 1.1 seconds to put Aston Martin top of the practice sheet tables. As for Alonso, back down in 10th, retired from the session, ran out of fuel. Very rookie mistake there, but what can we do? What can we do? But that time, I think from Lance Stroll really was impressive there. So yeah, happy with that. But yeah, I think the car setup's looking pretty good going into practice 3. We can see that Lance Stroll is currently at 91%. Fernando Alonso, we don't have a percentage because the car broke down, but I'm hoping that we can get into practice 3, get the setup ready, get any final little tweaks done, and yeah, get us looking good for qualifying. And this is what dreams is made of. Look at this. We are 46 minutes left remaining. Practice 3. Alonso is optimal on oversteer, braking stability, cornering, traction straights. Driver setup satisfaction is 100%. That makes me a happy man. That means we can basically just focus Alonso. He can just go on soft run. That's what we're going to do. So Fernando Alonso, we've got the medium tyres. We maybe just send them back out, just get used to some more time on the track, and then at the end of the session we'll go out on a set of softs and just see what Fernando can do. But we're 100% set up in the car. I am looking impressed. I think I am. Going into this race, qualifying, thinking, you know what, this could be a massive improvement on what we've seen in the first race of the weekend, and it would have to be fair. But yeah, fingers crossed that we can deliver, and I think we can with that 100% setup. So yeah, looking forward to this. And now Lance Stroll is heading to the garage. We need to reconfigure him. What's he currently? Driver setup satisfaction 4 out of 5. So we need to find out the oversteer. What's he at? 91%. So we actually need to send him back out. He didn't. We need, so we need to send him back out actually. So we'll do that, and hopefully we can get 100% on both drivers. Once again, Fernando Alonso has retired. I do not know why this keeps happening, but we'll see it on the replay. Is it a fuel issue? I mean, it looks like Alonso's just... I don't understand. I don't understand why in back-to-back practice sessions we have lost Fernando Alonso. That's disappointing. Lance Stroll's come into the pits. Looks like he has had enough, and with less than 5 minutes to go, that will probably do it for us. So we're just gonna, we're just gonna see it at the end of the session. No point sending Lance Stroll back out there. We were currently in 7th and 8th, which I think is decent. Yeah, but there you go. First or safety car is ending anytime now, but I don't really see the point of sending this back out. I'm kind of content with what we've done, but disappointed to see Alonso retire with 2 sessions in a row, 2 practice sessions in a row where it appears that he has just run out of fuel and retired the car, which is, if that happens in qualifying or the race, then we're screwed. So that needs to, and we need to improve on that big time. We need to get better. We need to stop that. I can't allow that to keep happening. But as what it is, there you go. End of the session is over, and we are going to remain in 7th and 8th. So a decent job. I'm happy with the setup. Alonso, I believe, is, well, you see Charles Leclerc there in first place. Max Sainz. So it looks like it's Red Bull and Ferrari competing for the win. Can we take it to the McLarens? I mean, maybe. But I think if we could just, if we're the 7th and 8th fastest car, if we can beat Mercedes this weekend, I would definitely consider that a success, a step in the right direction, 100%. Now, Alonso's setup satisfaction is 100%, driver preparation 93%. We don't know about Lance Stroll. He's only 73% preparation, and we don't know about the setup. So, tricky with Lance Stroll, honestly, going into to qualifying here. Not really sure what we're getting, but you know, we're just going to hope for the best, and qualifying is up next, and we are looking, I mean, last time out Alonso made it into Q3, Lance Stroll did not, so yeah, hopefully this time we can get both cars in. I think we should. Over the weekend we've looked quick. Don't forget Lance Stroll did put the Aston Martin first in practice 2, albeit that was a qualifying lap run, so yeah, who's to say? I don't know what I've had to guess in terms of where I think we could come. I believe 7th and 8th is doable. I don't think we'll get any higher than that, but at the same time I wouldn't be surprised if Mercedes have something extra up their sleeves here. But if we can get both cars into the top 10, that sets us up for a decent race, so that's got to be the game, it's got to be the goals. Let's see if we can do it. Let's do this. So, with that said, we're going to go for one flying run, but I don't think we're going to do it just yet. So, yeah, let's manage the session. Now, I'm going to simulate time a little bit,
4, 3,
and I will go out probably 5 minutes into the session. We'll send the cars out, and we'll see what they can do. So, you can see all the Verstappen's out there. Verstappen's ready to go. Right, we'll send out Lance Stroll, and then we will send out Fernando Alonso. And we will see what we've got here, so let's do this. Let's go. There we go. Lance Stroll is first on the track, I believe. He's further into the lap, or is it Fernando actually? No, I've got Lance Stroll now here actually. So Lance Stroll, is Lance Stroll first out, or is it Alonso? Must have been Alonso. Or is it Stroll? Getting confused. I think it is Stroll, so let's see here. We're doing a 32 for Lance Stroll. What's Alonso got? Alonso's got a 32.8 and Stroll's got a 32.9. So Alonso is up on Lance Stroll at the moment in Q1. We're not battling each other, though we are battling the other 18 cars. So let's see what Lance Stroll can do. Sector 2, what did he do? 27.8. Alonso's done a 27.7. So Stroll goes third. That's a good lap there for Stroll, but I am expecting Alonso to break that by a couple of attempts at least, minimum. And we're going to see what Fernando Alonso has here. Maybe get a bit of a slipstream here, a bit of a tow from that Red Bull in front. So Fernando Alonso is coming on now to the pit straight, and I think this is going to be a good lap time. I'm expecting a 127 something, and we deliver a 127.7. So yeah, that's pretty good. Almost 5 times faster than Lance Stroll. So that's a good lap for Fernando, and that is giving me confidence heading in to the rest of this day, this session here in qualifying. And there you go, Q1 is over. Sergio Perez was fastest from the McLaren of Leclerc. Strange to see Verstappen down in 7th place, who wasn't far in front of us, but I'm pretty sure Max is keeping his cards close to his chest there. Lance Stroll was in 10th. So we made it safely through, and we say goodbye to Gasly, Ocon, Bottas, Hülkenberg, and Guangsu in qualifying Q1. So yeah, Q2 up next. It's going to be obviously a lot more difficult, I think, to get through this one. See, Lance Stroll's car setup is at 92, so that's not bad, but it's not quite 100. And I am expecting Alonso to have the better race weekend here. It looks like the car is coming to him, and yep, Fernando will not be happy. after only getting 1 point in that opening race, so he'll want more this time around, and I think he'll get more. But yeah, on we go. Normal qualifying 2 conditions apply. Again, I'll let these people go first. We'll get a little bit of rubber on the track, and then we will go and we will try and nail some lap time. So we will send it Lance Stroll now, and then we'll send it Fernando Alonso, and this should hopefully give us enough time to get 2 runs in. And we really want to be the last here. We want to be last to start our second run. I'm hoping our first run's good enough to get us into Q3, but you never know. Well, Lance Stroll, that's a very good lap there from Lance Stroll. He has done, well, I don't know, but he's beat Hamilton, he's beat Carlos Sainz. It's a good lap, no doubt about it. Can't complain with that. Lance Stroll there looking very solid. 32.7, so yeah, he's actually up. Lance Stroll is up on Fernando. Did a 27.7 in Sector 2, Alonso's done a 27.9, so yeah, Lance Stroll here is on it, and that looks like Alonso has been held up, so I think this run's actually hampered Alonso. I'm not expecting, I mean, Alonso will be lucky maybe even to get in the top 10 here. It's not a good run. Lance Stroll at the moment though, leading the way for Aston Martin. We'll see what Fernando can do coming out of the last corner. Can Alonso get us into the top 10 in the meantime? Alonso, no, he can't. So we're in P13, 3.8 seconds off for Verstappen. I knew that, yep.
I don't have that pace.
Yeah, well, we don't have the pace. We were held up. You know, we've got to be honest. It is what it is. We were held up.
Yeah.
And now maybe should we have left ourselves enough time to do 3 runs, because now we've only got 1 lap left and we absolutely need to nail it. So here we go then. Aston Martins both leaving the pit lane with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go. So we've got Alonso and Stroll right beside each other. Stroll at the moment sitting in 6th place, looking a hell of a lot better than Fernando. But Fernando, I think we'll know that if he can get a good lap in, a clean lap, then we should be alright. And in terms of traffic, what do we have? We have not a lot. Although we do have Perez on a fast lap, and this could screw us. So we need to make sure that we avoid Perez here. We need to get out of Perez's way. Last thing we want here is a safety car. Perez is in the danger zone as well. He's in 9th, so yeah, there's no doubt about it. Perez here. Yeah, so we actually both get out of the way. So we've got a minute 34, and so what's Alonso doing? Is he going to let Lance go through here? Don't necessarily know. Not quite sure, but either way, Lance Stroll sticking ahead of Alonso. Looks like he wants the tow. Considering Alonso's in the dropout, so maybe Alonso should be the one getting the tow, but whatever. But yeah, track position is good. We look fine. We'll be interested to see how Perez does. What's he going to do when he crosses the line? I mean, Perez looks like he's stuck again, so Perez here having a stinker of a lap, and it's not even necessarily his fault. He's just been caught in traffic. 59 seconds left of this session. Perez now dropped down into 10th place as he comes round the last straight, and Perez here needs a good lap time. Is he going to get it though? Sergio Perez tries to improve, and he improves by 7 tenths. Puts him up to 8th.
Go one.
And now it's Alonso coming through with Lance Stroll right behind us. And this is going to be interesting here. Lance Stroll is not going to go for. He's surely not going to go for a manoeuvre on Fernando. What the hell is Lance Stroll doing? He cannot go for a manoeuvre there. I thought he wanted the slipstream. He's tried to pass it. Well, maybe he's backed off there. I honestly don't know what that was, but God, now Alonso, we need a good time here. We managed to 4 seconds remaining. What can we do in terms of timing? We need like a 27.7 or something like that. It's a 20. Holy shit! Wait, what's the opening sector time? 32.8. Is that roughly what you're expecting? Alright, so maybe I'm wrong. It's a... Wait, what's a good lap time here though? That's what I need to know. I need to know what a good lap time is in Sector 1. What is it? So 32.4 is kind of what you want. Right, okay, so we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Charles Leclerc has went purple. Lance Stroll's not improving. Fernando Alonso, we've went 2 greens with Fernando, so this is looking promising. Lance Stroll is following behind here, picking up the slipstream, but he doesn't need to improve. Lance Stroll cannot be caught now. Even if everyone improved, Lance Stroll would still finish 10th. So, yeah, look, Stroll's going to be okay, but it's all about Fernando here. Can Fernando get us into Q3 and make it a double green Aston Martin in the final session of qualifying? And he does, he goes 9th. Maybe not as comfortable as we would have liked, but we get there in the end. Even though, no doubt about it, we did get... Well, I say we got there, we're actually being bumped down into 10th now. So, but everyone has finished, so we will definitely be in. We're in 10th place. Alonso sneaks in at the end. Closer than I would have liked, but we got there in the end. And not a lot between it. Less than a 10th between Fernando Alonso. Well, maybe not less than a 10th, but 10th and a half between Alonso and Danny Rick. But Leclerc put in a really good lap there at the end. And now, guys, we head into Q3. We might just go one run. I don't know. It depends on the tyres. Yeah, we've got 3 sets left. We might just do one late run at the end. Albeit, I mean, it's kind of not good if you get stuck in traffic, but that might be the plan. I think that's what we're going to go for. Alright, 5 minutes to go. We did decide to go a bit later than everyone else. Stroll has went 8th. Fernando Alonso. Where's Alonso going to come? Can Alonso improve on Lance Stroll's 8th? Alonso can't. He only goes 9th. So, I mean, we were only going to do one run. But honestly, due to how poor these runs have been, I think we're going to try and get back in and back out and get one last goal because, yeah, I mean, Perez will probably improve. I don't want to be starting 9th and 10th, and I believe that there's more time in Alonso for sure, so we're going to try and get these guys back into the pit lane as fast as possible, send them out for one last run. That has to be the aim here because Alonso shouldn't be 1.3 off, and I mean 5 tenths slower, half a second slower than Stroll. I don't believe Alonso's really that much slower than Stroll. In fact, he's been faster this weekend, so yeah, we need to get that changed. We need to get Alonso in there and get Stroll in there and get them both back out, and that's what we're going to do. And to be fair, we will have enough time. We will have enough time, so there's no need to panic too much about it. I hope we've got enough time anyway. There's 2 minutes 24 left, so yep, put the new tyres on. Time these change actually. We could be... Alonso's here still getting into the pits, so Alonso needs to... He needs to quickly get in and out, and this is actually going to be tighter than I thought. So we'll send out Lance Stroll. We've got 2 minutes and 9 seconds remaining. There goes Lance Stroll. Now it's Fernando Alonso to get sent out. I mean, I think we'll make it. There's 2 minutes left. So lap times are 1:26. We should be alright. More importantly though, I'm kind of hoping we've got a clear track. And judged on the cars and where everyone is, I think we will. So if we can make it around, I believe that we will have a clear track. So that's got to be the aim. And that is what we're going to try and do as we look here at the drivers. So Leclerc at the moment leading Ferrari 1-2. We can see Max Verstappen though is putting 2 purple sectors, and I'm expecting Max to send his Red Bull to the top of the timing sheets, which he does by about 4 tenths. So Max there puts Red Bull top. Perez though, no sign of what he's doing. Is Perez even going out? Is Perez even going out? We don't know. We do not know. 485 seconds remaining. .27 seconds. Alonso, we should be fine. Lance Stroll now coming round the final sector, and he's going to be okay. And Fernando's got 11 seconds to get 10, 9, 8, 7. We should be all right. We're going to time this to perfection, I believe. Or are we? Did Alonso? We just got started with Fernando, and I mean just. Wow. Okay, that was close. That was almost. There's been so many mistakes we've made with Alonso. Not Alonso's fault, but there's been so many mistakes made with Alonso this weekend, and that was almost another one. But now it's time to see what Stroll can do. We're expecting a 32, I believe that was a 36 point what? 36, well, 32.7. So he's down. can Alonso do? A 32.7. So Alonso goes green. Slightly quicker than Lance Stroll. But not a lot in it here. As Lance Stroll is getting ready to take sector 2. Can we see a green sector for Lance? What will Lance give us? Lance Stroll now. Yeah, 27.7 is not great. And what can Fernando do? Can Fernando go quicker than that? Perez not out on track, it doesn't look like. Fernando does a 27.6, so I mean, right now, oh, Perez goes 6th. I'm expecting Fernando to go 8th here. I think Fernando could stick it in 8th. 8th is what we're aiming for, I believe. I wanted more than that, but I think as things stand right now, 8th is probably what we're going to get. 26. See, the Stroll doesn't improve, and now it's all about Fernando. What can Fernando do? Fernando goes across, and he moves. Yeah, so he moves up to 8th. We just beat George Russell. Lost out to Lewis Hamilton. As I expected, the top 3 teams were too tough. They were too difficult, too far away. I thought we could have competed with Mercedes, and we did compete with Mercedes, but they did beat us in the end. 7th and 9th definitely trumps 8th and 10th. But look, it's going to be a good race. I think we can still look to finish above Lewis Hamilton. And who knows, if one of the top cars have an issue, maybe we can finish top 6. Safety car could bring us into play. We should get points here. I feel that with both drivers, we're good enough to get points. A double points finish in Saudi. That's what we want. That's what we're going for. And hopefully, that's what we can get. Alright, now, apparently a one-stopper is the way to go. Not necessarily sure if that's the case, but everything is showing here that one stop is the way to victory. So in terms of when we'll stop, I'm thinking we'll probably change up. Right now Lance Stroll is pitting on lap 20. We'll move him up to 21 because Fernando Alonso is in front, so I believe we want to give him priority and pit Alonso first. But again, depending on how the race goes, we might change our minds. So Alonso's lap 20, we'll keep that at lap 20. We want to attack, don't we? Yes, so, well, it's shown if we attack. If we attack, then if Alonso attacks, we can maybe pit a bit earlier if that's possible. We'll put lap 19 for now, but we don't know. We're unsure. Anyway, that's it. We've set Alonso, we've set Lance Stroll. We will get the fuel, so fuel is in the car set up. Driving options, obviously we will attack from the very beginning, and we're hoping here that we can get off to a good start. Fingers crossed that we can at least hold on to positions, if not improve positions. So I don't know why Alonso is actually supposed to go in medium to softs. I don't agree with that. Depends what everyone else is on, to be honest. But no, I don't know if I agree with that. I think we might up. It says he's going, wait. Yeah, so we're going softs to hards. I don't know why it changed there. So both drivers soft to hards. Stroll starting 10th, Alonso is starting 8th.
Well, it's great to have you with us, folks, as we settle in for the weekend's Grand Prix action. And we certainly know what Max Verstappen is capable of.
They're on pole, and it's well deserved. I'm looking forward to seeing what they can do.
And it'll be exciting to see just what will happen here today. It's almost time for the Saudi Arabia.
And this is it. 5 lights about to go out to start the Grand Prix. Saudi Arabia.
And it's
going to get us underway.
And away we go.
The race is off. Verstappen will lead into turn 1. He's got Norris, Leclerc, Piastri. Drivers fighting for position. Alonso's dropped a place. Alonso's dropped a couple of places now. He's actually been overtaken by Russell. And Lance Stroll is down in 11th. So not a good start there for Aston Martin as we find ourselves tumbling down the grid. Lance Stroll back up into 10th, which is good. But it's Max Verstappen that gets away off the line. He is half a second in front of Norris. The two McLarens are chasing him down. Followed by Leclerc, Perez, Sainz, Hamilton, Russell, Alonso and Stroll rounding off the top 10 here as we go halfway through the first lap in Jeddah. But disappointing stuff there. We've got a yellow flag. So there's a yellow flag. I'm not too sure. I think it's for Gasly. So it looks like Gasly's locked up. That doesn't really affect us at all. So we're not too interested in that. But
Now,
We can
this,
see a
I think,
replay
was
here. I'm
turn
sure Gasly
dirty.
then. Poor start. I think he started 16th.
And the
You can see him down in
car just
17th here.
lost.
And
Just
he's just went
unable
off the
to do
track,
much
so it's a
about it.
bad mistake there for Pierre Gasly. No doubt that will cost him some time. It looks like Lance Stroll here is trying to attack the back of Fernando Alonso. Was not expecting this, but yeah, it looks like Lance Stroll maybe more pace here in the early going of this race. As we come round, and let's keep an eye on Lance Stroll. So we can see he is pretty close to Fernando here. Every time to turn these tyres down. Same with Fernando. We don't want to use too much fuel. We'll go standard. Don't want to overheat the tyres either. So yeah, let's cool this stuff down. We did get a decent start there off the grid, but Lance Stroll now DRS enabled, and it is Stroll behind Alonso. Alonso now is already falling out of the DRS here of George Russell, which is not good. And behind Lance Stroll, you can see he has got Ricciardo. Not all over him, but definitely making his presence known. So yeah, at the moment it's 9 and 10 for Aston Martin. Not a great start. Alonso now continuing to fall behind Russell. 1.8. Not great here to start this Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Lance Stroll all over Fernando here. Is he going to go for a manoeuvre? And Lance Stroll, I think, has got it. Stroll down the inside, and this is Aston Martin just wasting time that, to be honest, we really don't have to waste. And we're now, look at that, Lance Stroll now having to go defensive here on Danny Rick. And look at Russell. Russell pulling off into the distance here. What is happening? Not good. Alonso here going really like we're gonna have to try and speed Alonso up.
You can stop lifting coast.
Let's see if we can deploy some ERS here to try and get. I don't think. No, and Lance Stroll has went past Fernando. And Lance Stroll's going to make that move stick. He's not actually. Alonso's fighting back. Alonso then keeping the place alive, but not great. Not great for Aston Martin, and already we can see ourselves 4 seconds behind George Russell. Not quite sure how this has happened. But yeah, we find ourselves now 4 seconds behind, and let's see if we can turn things down a little bit for Lance Stroll. Give Alonso a bit of breathing space. I just don't want these guys fighting each other. It makes no sense why we're fighting so early on. So let's see if we can just tell Stroll to maybe hang back a little bit. 6 tenths now the gap. Fernando now dropping further behind the Mercedes. Seems to be race pace. Maybe we're closer to them in qualifying, but when it comes to the race, Mercedes a step above. Perhaps, or Harvidsson here. Look at this. I mean, we're going to be all over Fernando here, and I'm not going to tell Stroll not to overtake. I mean, it's the second race of the season. If he can overtake, he can overtake. But I wasn't expecting this. Alonso 100% car setup. He's got Lance Stroll all over him. At this point, it might actually be better if Lance Stroll does make the overtake, and he's made it. Well, you know what? I think we're just going to tell Lance Stroll then to see if he can. Yeah, maybe he can pull it. Maybe Lance Stroll can pull ahead here. Alonso's going to have to conserve this here. Alonso's not doing well at the moment. Well, just this is really poor, man. Alonso now trying to re-overtake Lance Stroll, and at the moment now, oh, and was that a hit there? I don't know. We've got Lance Stroll back in front, right? Stroll now the lead Aston Martin. But 4.8 seconds, at 5 seconds now the damage that Russell leads.
Come on. It's all okay.
Russell now leading Lance Stroll, and we'll see if Stroll's quicker. Maybe Stroll can be pacier than Fernando at this point in the race, but not what we wanted. And Aston Martin struggling here to keep up, especially Fernando, really struggling. And now he's got Danny Rick behind him. And can he stay on? Can he stay in front of Danny Rick? Honestly, I don't know. 8 tenths behind Stroll. See what Fernando can do. We need to try and stick close to Stroll, stay in the DRS, and hopefully Stroll can drag us along, because I mean I think we're too close. I mean, that's even now Alonso's catching Stroll, and I think that could be the problem. I think the problem is we're just too close to each other. Stroll's going to defend.
Reduce the lift and coast.
And I think Fernando goes down the inside. And we're going to see if we can keep Stroll up here. Can Stroll stay in front of Fernando? He's going to try and come back at him. But, I mean, right now, these two are just battling. Lap in, lap out. And it is allowing Russell to get ahead. And now Alonso could get overtaken by Danny Rick. And I think that's going to be the case. Fernando down the inside. And Ricciardo's got through. So now we're losing places to the Red Bulls. The Racing Bulls. Not even the Red Bulls, the Racing Bulls. Fernando now saying he's struggling. And it's not even Ricciardo, it's Shinoda. I mean, we can see the replay again here. Although I think seeing it once is enough. I don't really want to see it again, but yep, Shinoda then, look at that, just finds the gap. And yeah, Aston Martin not having it all their own way in the race so far. Look at that, Shinoda is now in front of Lance Stroll. We'll see Shinoda overtake Stroll. He just overtook Alonso last lap and now he's got past Lance Stroll, and it's just too easy here. Aston Martin trying to battle, but not working there. It's an easy move actually, Stroll, as he heads onto the pit straight, just because, I mean, look how easy that was. Then he's beginning to pull away here. But Lance Stroll might fight back. Lance Stroll might take this down the inside. Is Stroll going to have it? He's not. And yeah, we might just then back out of that move. Stroll trying to get it done there, but not quite having enough. And Fernando. Albon overtakes Alonso. No way. Now, what is happening here? We're just going backwards. We can see Albon on the straight overtaking Fernando. And we're on the soft tyres. The Albon's on the mediums. Now, has the softs went off already? I mean, potentially. But surely they should be doing better than that. Too easy for Alexander Albon. And now Aston Martin find themselves in 10th and 12th place here. Alright, so we've got a crash here. Looks like Albon is behind us and he's just hit the back of Fernando Alonso, and and then he spun out, and wow, that could be a safety car because he's holding up the entire grid by the looks of it. Maybe not. Safety car has not been deployed. I was convinced that was going to be a safety car there, but Albon has had to come into the pits, as is Hulkenberg, who I believe hit him. And all that's opened us up a little bit of a gap now, so Alonso's got a 6-second gap over Ricciardo. And that is probably the best thing that could have come out of that, because we were struggling there. Alonso now back behind Stroll again. Might conserve the tyres here. Let's go a little bit lighter. Let's conserve, and hopefully we can close the gap now as well to Shinoda. But yeah, at least we have no pressure. We don't need to defend from behind. And yeah, Albon making a mistake, getting caught, and now we can just hopefully drag ourselves along here. So Stroll's 2.3 behind Shinoda. Alonso is half a second behind Stroll. We don't really want to fight here. We want to just get these guys as close to Stroll as possible. Gap now down to 2.1. But look, again, we can see Fernando and Stroll fighting. Not what we want, but it's unfortunately what's happening right now. And Alonso's went round the outside. So, alright. Again, we're probably going to battle here. Stroll's going to come back at him. We've got Perez in the pits. And yeah, we're just swept. Oh my god, did you see how close that was there to a collision? And now Perez is behind both of us. Wow, that was so close. That could have ended in a disaster. Right, 1.8. Fernando's the one in front now. Can Fernando maybe push a little bit? Well, the engine looks like it's slightly overheated, so maybe not push, but let's get back to standard on these tyres. Tyres look like they're getting cold. So let's see if we can stay in front. Perez going to try and pass Stroll. Perez going to try and pass Fernando, and wow, just shows you how quick the Red Bull is there. Perez getting past both of us. First time. There's an yellow flag here, so we don't know why. Big shunt. There's been a big shunt. Leclerc has crashed in turn 3. So what has Charles Leclerc done here? Looks like he's battling for start. Oh, and he's been... I mean, he's... Leclerc saying he's stupid. I am stupid. I am stupid. But it looks like he's survived without too much damage. Might have to pit, but the Ferrari team... Look at that. Leclerc was leading as well. So Leclerc was leading the race, and now he's not, and he's falling rapidly now. Now there's a crash involving multiple cars, and is this going to be... So we'll see Leclerc... Oh, that's not good, and Red Bull must be loving life. They've got Perez, who's done the undercut, and now Max Verstappen is pulling away. And look at this, Carlos Sainz, the Ferrari mechanics, Not impressed. That guy's sucking on his thumb like a baby, man. Gonna start crying like one in a minute too, probably. Right, let's see. Perez now chasing down Shinoda. And again, we've got the Aston Martins battling each other. I mean, this really does need to stop. I wish we would stop battling right now. We're just... Let's see, can we try and look after the engine a little bit? We're going conserve, so there's not a lot else we can do there. Let me see, in terms of... Yeah, the temperature's quite high to be fair, but we're trying to keep it as low as possible. In terms of tactics, what can we do? Is there any tactics we can give? See, we're currently got it on neutral, and I don't really see the point of us battling each other right here, right now. Alonso's still in front. Driving clean air. We're gonna drive in clean air. Give both guys to drive in clean air. Hopefully, that will cool down the engine a little bit. That's my thinking there. We're on lap 13. We will speed up and let's see what these guys can do then. So, Alonso now 2.5 behind Shinoda, which is not what we want. We've got Leclerc in the pits. 3 seconds now behind Shinoda. Shinoda's in the pits, okay. So hopefully Shinoda will come out in traffic. We're going to beat Leclerc out. No, we're not. Leclerc beats out, which is good because we don't need to be battling with him. Right, Shinoda. What is Shinoda going to do? There's another yellow flag.
There's a yellow flag now.
And this time it's Carlos Sainz. We've seen Carlos Sainz crashing. How's he done that? I mean, all these yellow flags, sooner or later, you've got to feel like there'll be a safety... Oh, and he's... That could be front wing damage, to be fair. That could be a safety car, but no. Apparently it's cleared up already, so... Carlos Sainz, nasty one. But he seems to be back out on track. And Shinoda... Don't tell me Shinoda's managed to... Shinoda's managed to pit. Shinoda's and come out in 12. I don't know how he's done that. But he's somehow done it. Much to our displeasure, so not happy with that, but... Alright, okay, we've saved up some fuel. We're on lap 14, we might begin to push a little bit here. Especially with Fernando. Tyres could be better. Now let's push, let's have a couple laps of attack. Let's get Alonso to... We don't want to drive in clean air anymore. And Stroll. Well, let Stroll just back off for now, and maybe he can extend his stint. So that's what we'll do with Stroll. Let's get him to go a little bit lighter on the tyres. We still want to drive in the clean air. Fernando. Don't let me down, Fernando. Do not get overtaken by Stroll. We haven't. We've done okay. There's people in the pits. Carlos Sainz in the pits. Hamilton's in the pits.
I need more energy. Still something to get.
And Stroll now is about a second behind Fernando. So we want to get a little bit of clean air and then we'll let Stroll possibly attack. And maybe Stroll can stay out an extra lap or two. But in terms of pit stops, Verstappen's still the pit, Norris still the pit, Russell's still the pit. Obviously, we're both still the pit. Shinoda has pitted, and he's already in 12. So, like I say, that kind of does disappoint me. Last lap, Alonso 37.7. Shinoda, obviously that says pits out lap 55.9. Be interesting to see what Shinoda does once we see him do an actual lap time. I want to see how much quicker we are than Shinoda. And let's see what Stroll can do. Stroll still. Yeah, we're not that far behind Fernando, to be fair. We're sticking in there. So let's just keep going for now. Alonso is continuing on his way. Fastest lap for Charles Leclerc. So there you go. Fastest lap for Charles Leclerc. Ricardo is now in the pits. And could we get a safety car? That might be one of the... We could look into a safety car. At least I'm hoping so. Might be something that could happen. Lance Stroll now, is he beginning to... Right, we've saved up some fuel with Stroll, so we can probably afford to push when we want. Alonso's tyres, we're going to go down the standard there and balance. And Lance Stroll still continuing just to hang in there. Not really making moves right now. Hamilton, I think, is going to get past Lance Stroll. He does. Okay, that was to be expected. But now with Lance Stroll, we can. So yes, Lance Stroll has been overtaken by Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton here surely will overtake Fernando Alonso. And now Stroll once again finds himself staring at the back of Alonso. And Stroll must think that he's got a bit more pace. Speaking of pace, Shinoda is doing very well here. Shinoda's quick. What's Shinoda put on? Shinoda put on mediums. I wonder if Shinoda's doing a one-stopper. And I'm wondering if we're still doing a one-stopper, or are we going to switch? At this point, I'm thinking maybe a switch is the best option. Shinoda at 10.2 seconds behind us then, so... right, so we Stroll, I think we're just going to start turning up the heat here on these tyres. Or do we pit Alonso first? Do we pit Fernando here? What's wrong with Fernando here? Pit options. Yeah, I think we're going to pit Alonso. What tyre are we going to go on though? What tyre are we going to switch to? 45 laps the medium does, so I see no point why we wouldn't just switch to the medium. That's what we're going to do, we're just going to switch to the medium. And you can see both guys here battling at the moment. Alonso now into the pits, and now we're going to get Lance Stroll to attack. We're going to get Lance Stroll to push here and deploy, and we're just going to tell Lance Stroll, look, go as fast as you possibly can and try and get some fast lap times in here. And then we'll keep an eye on Fernando, so pit stop. Oh my god, a 6.9. 6.9, that's a disaster. And at this point, Alonso's probably going to get beat here by Ricciardo. He's been beat by Ricciardo, Ocon, Magnussen and Hulkenberg. This is an absolute disgrace. And Fernando, oh my god, he came out, he's hit a member of the Haas team. Alonso now down in 15th place. And this race has quickly went horribly wrong here for Fernando Alonso. 33 laps to go, and I mean pretty much Alonso's race is done. Alonso's race is finished. And what's Lance Stroll doing in terms of lap times? What was the last lap? Of 37.9.
Management's good, keep that
level. So speed this up a wee bit. 37.9. 36, so and then Shinoda does a 35.2. So I mean Alonso seems to be going backwards, which is Alonso's race is done, I think, at this point. It's all about trying to secure points with Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll 37.1. Lance Stroll now beginning to. Let's see if we can turn down the engine. We're going to, yeah. I feel like we could stay out just and hope we get a safety car, but now we're going to pit, and we're going to put on the medium tires, and we're just going to. Hopefully we can. I think with Lance Stroll, we'll probably still get a top 10 spot. I think 10th is looking the likely finish for us right now. But yeah, we'll see as Lance Stroll gets round. And we've got one more lap to go, I believe, until we make our pit stop. Fernando right now in 14th place is just currently battling. Let's see if we can. Let's get Alonso to attack. You know what? There's no point just sticking behind the Haas here. We may as well tell Alonso to go for it. Alright, so let's see what Stroll can do. I mean, already we've been overtaken by Shinoda. At pit stop, it's a 2.5. I mean, definitely better than Fernando's time, but I mean, it looks like Stroll could get beat out here by Ricciardo, and he has. So Lance Stroll has been defeated by Ricciardo, and I mean, Ricciardo at the moment is on soft tyres. I think he'll have to pit again, so maybe not so much worried about Ricciardo, but yeah, not great there. Let's see, just tell. Yeah. You know what, I think we'll keep pushing. I think we'll attack on the outlap with the medium tyres. Let's get Lance Stroll to go for it. In terms of, we're in neutral, right, so what's Alonso doing? Alonso, let's go back to neutral with Fernando. And the pace, we can turn the pace down, turn the engine down a bit. And Alonso now is currently chasing Ocon. So, we're chasing down Ocon, and we are what? We're not that far behind Stroll, to be honest, so Alonso's actually brought himself back into the contention here. But it looks like we're battling for 10th because Shinoda looks to be too far in front. But yeah, we're beginning to look like Alonso was beat, but perhaps not. Perhaps Alonso can still get a point here. But even if he does get a point, the likelihood is it will be at the expense of his teammate. Because I just don't see how we get 2 cars in the points, which is disappointing because it looked like we could. But it's not happened. Not turned out that way. We see Max 23 laps in. Max Verstappen is leading the race and he's looking good there. So can it be 2 wins in a row for Max? We've got Red Bull a 1-2 right now. With Ferrari a 3-4. With McLaren a 5-6 and Mercedes a 7-8. There is no doubt that's the order. Racing Bulls also have a 9-10. But I would like to think that we can be better than them. We're just not really showing it right now. And we have a bit of movement here. So Fernando Alonso has overtaken Ocon, then down the pit straight, moves up another place. We are now into 12th position. Hopefully we can pull away from Ocon. And maybe there is still some points on the table for us as we are now into 12th. 4.6 seconds behind Lance Stroll. Can Fernando begin to close that gap down? Hopefully. Hopefully. We've still got enough fuel left, so we're looking okay in that department. We're probably going to look after the tyres a little bit. From them down.
Happy to cool tires.
And yeah, fuel is okay, but the engine seems to be a little bit overheated, so need to keep an eye on that. That's for Lance Stroll. 1.7 behind Ricciardo. We're going to go standard on his as well, and we'll stay balanced here on the engine. So yeah, it looks like Russell is going to pit, and I mean, could we be? I thought everyone was going to do a 1-stopper. It looks like maybe they're doing 2-stoppers. So is there still a chance here for us to get both cars in the? I mean, maybe. Depends where Russell comes out. I mean, he's just into the pit, so yeah, we will find out in a moment. He's been overtaken now by Shinoda. But I think he's exiting the pit lane now, isn't he? So he's gonna, yeah, he's gonna come out. Yeah, Russell's definitely beat us all. So yeah, we're behind the Mercedes at this point, no doubt about it. And Russell does come out in 9th, so he's doing okay. But if Shinoda's doing a 2-stopper, then who's to say we still can't finish ahead of him? Which I think right now is probably the best chance that we've got. So we're gonna keep that going. Alonso 35.0, a Stroll 35.7. So Alonso at the moment is showing decent pace, but he needs to because he's behind. 4.3 now, 4.2 behind Lance Stroll. Lance Stroll trying to catch Danny Rick as things currently stand. We're doing an okay job of that. Let's turn down the engine here, go balanced, and Stroll.
Lift and coast will help.
We're going to get Stroll to push.
Lift and coast.
We'll go a little bit aggressive here on the tyres, and we'll see if Stroll can start eating into that lap time that Danny Rick currently has over him. So 1.8 seconds. 1.8 seconds is what we need to do. We need to try and close that gap. It's a yellow flag. Not quite sure who for. It might be for Piastri actually. I see him switching places with Leclerc. It's Sargent. Alright, Logan Sargent, a guy that's not affecting us at all. He's locked up. Do we really care? How's he locked up? Yeah, he's just parked it, isn't he? Why is this guy even on the grid? Why is this guy driving an F1 car? Does he deserve it? Probably not. Probably not. Right, we're going to speed up a wee bit then, and we'll see what we can do here. Albon is locked up. Stroll now 1.7. Stroll now beginning to catch Ricciardo 2.1. Fernando's beginning to catch there as well. We'll balanced. We'll go light here, try and conserve these tyres a little bit. And let's see what Leclerc's in the pits. So you can see Leclerc on the pit straight there. He's going to get out in front of Shinoda, I think. He does, yeah. So Leclerc beats Shinoda out, then Russell behind, Ricciardo, Stroll, Alonso. So, I mean, yeah, it's looking close between Rick, Stroll, and Alonso for that last point. But I think Ricciardo's having to do a 2-stopper here. And if that's the case, then, you know, we're going to be in a good position. Oh, no, a good position. Safety car deployed. And it is because of Lance Stroll.
Are you okay?
Lance Stroll has crashed.
Yeah, I'm okay.
And he's blocking Fernando. And Alonso can't get past. Street circuit tragedy, and oh, it's a heavy collision actually. I think Lance Stroll's probably going to be out here. Can Lance Stroll continue? Oh my god, hands in the mouth here of the Aston Martin mechanics. Lance Stroll, what are you doing? The gearbox is... Nah, Lance Stroll's done, so Lance Stroll's retired.
Red flag.
And Alonso's just stuck here. Alonso's... And it's a red flag. It is a red flag, so... Halfway through the race, and... Yeah, Lance Stroll again, we can see the replay. Just a heavy collision there. He was catching Ricciardo, he was pushing. But he's made the mistake. And look at that, man, Fernando Alonso. So that changes. I mean, that's actually a disadvantage to us now because Ricciardo and Shinoda, guys that were on 2 stops, will now get a free pit stop essentially. And that's not good. So, teams can make limited changes and can't serve penalties. 10 minutes to go until the session. We're sitting in 12th place. We can change the tyres. I mean, I guess we will. I mean, there's what? 21 laps to go. We could put on our newest set of softs. That would be 90. I mean, we might actually, rather than go hards, because I don't think going hards is going to get us anywhere. We need to make up places, and I just don't think running hards to the end is the best idea. So we might. I mean, I wish I knew what everyone else was doing, but we've only got one chance at this, and I think we should go on the softs. These ones will apparently go 30 laps. Yeah, I think we're going to put the softs on. And we're going to hope that that somehow gets us to the end of this Grand Prix. But yeah, crazy then. Absolutely crazy. Red flag there, just, and it's going to be another restart then. And here we go. Can we get off the line? It's Verstappen leading the way. Right, we're going to push here from the get-go. First lap, we're just going to... We're going to push a little bit and try and make this work.
You can stop lift and coast.
Go and attack. What's Alonso going to do here? We're in 11th place right now. We need to deploy. And we cannot fall behind... No, we cannot fall behind Hulkenberg. That would be an absolute disaster. We need to push. This has not went well for us. We've lost a place. We have lost a place. We need to get past Hulkenberg here. It is literally straight away, or else I think this race is over. We've got to launch it. Come on, Fernando, you've got to go for this here. And he's not went for it. Fernando, they're not going for it. Don't quite understand why. Stuck behind Hulkenberg. Losing a place, and Lance Stroll has really cost us. I think he's cost us a point in this race at least. Maybe more points, because the Racing Bulls had to pit twice, and now that's not the case. Can Fernando go down the inside of Hulkenberg? No, he can't. So right now, Fernando is trying to get past Hulkenberg. We've got the Racing Bulls in 8th and 9th. That's got to be the aim. That's the target. That's who we're trying to get to. But we need to get past Hulkenberg in that Haas, and right now we can't seem to do that. We're just staring at the back of him. And honestly, I think, Fernando, you've got to go for this. Overtake aggression. We're going to go high on the overtake because why not? And we're always going to defend now. Can we do it? We're past Hulkenberg, I believe. Hulkenberg's going to try and come back at us. But we get the move done, and now we are chasing down Russell. George Russell's up next. Can we get down the inside of George Russell? I think we've done it. Have we made it stick? It's close, but we've made the move. So Fernando Alonso now. But we need to really go easy on these tyres. We've got 5 point... I mean, the amount of fuel that we have is insane. We've got a shitload of fuel to use.
Okay.
But we don't have a lot of tyres to push with, so... You know, it's a weird situation. We're in 10th place. We're now chasing down Danny Rick. In terms of tyres, we have the worst tyre life. I'm assuming everyone else started on like brand new tyres. We did not. We had slightly older tyres, so that is why we are on 84%. But you know what? We're probably going to have to go light on these tyres so we do not burn them out. We need them to get us to the end unless there's another red flag or another safety car even. You know, if we get a safety car, then that changes up the entire game. But we're going to have to go light on these tyres, try and bring down the temperature. And at the moment, we are still chasing down the Racing Bulls here. And we've got both of them in front of us. So I mean, this is an option here. We've got a chance, an opportunity to maybe get past Shinoda. Can we make it work? And Norris puts in a 131.1. The Racing Bulls battling each other. Not ideal. And we are maybe going to try and stick a manoeuvre as we try and bring down the temperature here of the tyres. We're on 82%, so yep, Fernando Alonso just at the moment trying to buy his time. We will just go into neutral, I think, because we're right behind these guys. No real reason to push. I think the top 7 are gone. Russell, I don't know what kind of pace he's got. He might come back at us, but right now we are just going to stick in behind Ricciardo and then hopefully make a move on him. That's the plan. Just stay behind Ricciardo and hope maybe get him down the pit straight. But for right now, it is Shinoda in 8, followed by Ricciardo, Alonso, and then Russell. And you feel like that's the 4 drivers. One of those drivers probably going to miss out in the points. I think it's 4 cars battling for 3 points positions, and we need to deploy to try and keep our advantage here. And now we're closed up on the Racing Bulls, and we're right behind them. Fernando Alonso now, he's got Shinoda and Ricciardo right in front of him. Shinoda and Ricciardo continuing to battle. Looks like we're doing a decent job now of managing the tyres. We're getting them into a good temperature here, so that's what I like to see. We're on neutral now. Can we try and harvest some ERS? Let's do that, as we're behind both of these guys. So, and oh no, George Russell is now all over the back. He is. And George Russell trying to get in front of Alonso, and we're trying to stay in front, so crucial that we do. Let's see if we can speed up a wee bit as we now chase them down. We're about a second behind, which is not good, but those 2 guys will be battling each other, so I think that will bring them into us, or at least that's what I would expect to happen. Maybe we can go a bit more. Oh no, and then Russell's just got past us, so disappointing there. Russell makes his way past Fernando Alonso. We can see the replay here. George Russell just went for it. Alonso trying to go easy on the tyres, and Russell was like, well, you know what, I will take that position, thank you very much, as we see the Racing Bulls battling in front. But Russell is on the hard tyres, so yeah, I don't really expect him to be that quick. Can we stick with him though?
So you got Russell ahead.
Russell ahead. We've got a bit of a gap to Hülkenberg, so you know, maybe we can afford to do something here. We've got Ricciardo, Shinoda on the soft tyres, Russell's on the harder tyres. Obviously his tyres are going to last longer. Let's see if we can continue to chase these guys down. I mean, the engine's high, but we may as well run. We may as well run with the fuel because we've got it. So I think it makes sense to do so. And we are trying to chase these guys, and can we maybe head into the pit straight? Oh, we've deployed, right, okay. I think we're past Russell. But can now we get past the Racing Bulls? Rick is in front of us, Danny Rick. Alonso's going for it. Fernando Alonso down the inside, and it's 3 abreast here. It is Shinoda, Ricciardo, and Fernando. And Fernando might get one of them. I don't think we're going to get both. We're not, but oh wait, we're not even going to get any of them because that Shinoda comes back with a great manoeuvre. We need to try and force him off there, and we do. And now we are stuck behind Ricciardo, right? We can do this. We can do this. But we've got Shinoda as well behind us, so I mean we're trying our best to get past Ricciardo, but while also keeping Shinoda behind us, and that's not going to be easy. But here we go, we're in the slipstream of Danny Rick. We're closing up on him. We're closing up on him, and we're going to go down the inside. And Fernando Alonso has made the move, and I think he's made it stick. He has. Right, we're up into 8th. We're up into 8th. Good stuff. Fuel.
You can use everything.
Still got a lot of fuel left in the tank, so we're going to use as much of it as we possibly can. But the engine is suffering. 15 laps to go. If you look at the tyres, we are on what? 70%, so we're on worse tyres than Ricciardo, Hamilton, Tsunoda, the guys around us, so that's a little bit concerning.
Fernando, how are the tyres feeling now?
But I think we can get them. I think we can get them 15 laps more. At least I'm hoping so. If we get a safety car or something like that, even a virtual safety car, there could be a possibility of doing something. You know, we could do something here. Alonso seems happy with the tactics, so driver confidence is at his peak right now, which is good to see. We're going to probably... I mean, can we even defend this though? Doesn't look like it. Ricciardo makes his way past. But we might get him back on the pit straight. At least that's the plan, I think. Just stick with him. And don't defend too much there. And if we attack now, if we deploy, we should be able, hopefully, to get Ricciardo here. So let's see if we can do it.
We have low batteries.
We've used up all of our ERS there. Can we go down the inside? Fernando, looks like he's made that, and he has made that work. Right, okay, let's go. Fernando Alonso then doing a decent job, and just need to keep these guys behind us. That's what we need to do.
And a bit of
Let's go a little bit light on the tyres.
Slow down.
We are on lap 37 now. But Ricciardo's still all over us. I mean, it would take us to lose 3 places to get no points, so that's one way of looking at it. As long as we don't drop 3 places, then we're guaranteed to get something. But we only picked up 1 point in the opening race, and the last thing we want is to only get 1 point from here, so I think we need to be looking for a lot more than that. We need to try and get the maximum amount of points that we can. Right now, that's going to be 4 points. That's 8th place. So that's what we're going to try and do.
Okay, mate, so we use the pace now.
And it might be a case of we have to accept that Ricciardo's going to pass us 1 lap, but then we can get him the next. Seems to be how things are going right now. Yeah, so Ricciardo's made the move there. But if we can stick with him, then there's a good chance that we can get him back on the straight. So Alonso does have DRS. We might even get him back before the straight, but personally I wouldn't go for this. I would, and I think we crossed the DRS line in front, so that means Ricciardo will probably get DRS here, which is not what we wanted, but he's got it. The 3 cars behind us have DRS, like a nightmare. You just got 3 cars coming up on us, and oh, you got Russell defending from Tsunoda, and we're going to hang it in here, and we're going to try and stay in front of Ricciardo, and Alonso does, but we are beginning here to eat up these tyres, so
If you can manage the rears,
yeah, we need to. We just need to try and get a bit of a gap, but obviously that's not going to happen. 64%. We have the worst tyres out of everybody, apart from Leclerc. Leclerc's got worse tyres than us. And you can see then we still lead Ricciardo, Russell and Tsunoda. And again, there you go, Ricciardo makes a move past us, right.
happy to push.
But can we get him back? Can we get him back when it matters? Let's hope so.
The car behind now.
We're going to try. We're going to do our best. And we might need to deploy ERS here. Alonso looks like he's defending, and I don't like that. Oh yeah, Alonso I think has wasted way too much time there defending. We need to deploy. And can we close in on Danny Rick? I don't know.
Okay.
Danny Rick is, I think, too far ahead, but we're going to make a late manoeuvre. Maybe, no, we decide not to do so. We decide to just stay behind him. Hopefully he doesn't pull away over the lap. Hopefully we can stick with him. And then we will be in a position to re-overtake him next lap on the pit straight. That's where all the overtaking's happening, on the pit straight. So we just need to stick with Danny Rick here. Make sure that we keep Russell and Tsunoda behind us. But I mean, with Russell, I'm expecting him to actually get better the longer this goes because of his tyres and him having fresher tyres than us. So yeah, right now we just need to try and see this out. We are behind Ricciardo and we've made the move there. A little bit too early in my opinion. Would have liked to have stayed behind him a little bit longer, but we made the move. Ricciardo's coming back at us, and it is very close. It's side by side, but he's got the slipstream, we do not, and we're going to be maybe overtaken by both guys here as we try and stay in front of Russell. I mean, we do stay in front of Russell there, but again, very close, man. We need to We need to be smarter where we overtake Danny Rick, I think. Shinoda now, is he beginning to drop off? He might be actually. Shinoda beginning to fall back a bit. 10 laps to go. Our last lap was a 1:34.5, right. I mean, I would personally stick behind him until we get to the straight, but, I mean, Alonso's not doing that. He's overtaken him before then, and then it just means we're getting caught back, so... I mean, I think maybe we have the DRS this time, though. That might have worked out well for us. No, we don't. So, again, and this time I think we're going to be overtaken by Ricciardo and Russell, and we do, so... A disaster. A disaster that time. Alonso losing it to Russell and Ricciardo. And now we need to try and stick with these guys to get back round to the part of the lap where we can overtake. But we're 1 second behind. So we need to stick with them. And hopefully not fall into the traps of Shinoda. And it looks like Russell's going to try and make a manoeuvre. And we're going to deploy a little bit. Let's see if we can bring ourselves into play here. And then get round here and then deploy. So this is it. We need to go for it here. We are going for it. Are we going to have enough to... No, we're not going to have enough to get in front. But Ricciardo gets back past Russell. And I think that's our best bet. If Russell stays in front of Ricciardo, then we probably cannot get 8th. Ricciardo's the slower driver, so we need him to keep Russell behind him. And at the moment he is kind of doing that, so hopefully he can... 51%, wow. 51%, right, we're going to go a bit light here. We're 1.3 behind, so you can see us beginning to drop off now, unfortunately. And we're still chasing them. But yeah, at the moment we're not close enough to make a manoeuvre, so we're not even in the DRS, which is really unfortunate as both of these guys continue to battle. Still 1.3 behind here, so we will leave that for now. We'll try and save a little bit of the tyres. And we're in 10th place. We do not want to lose that. Russell and Ricciardo still battling. It looks, oh god, it looks like Shinoda is also now beginning to catch up on us. We're 1.9, 2.2 seconds now. We're beginning to fall off that battle, and is that because of our tyres? Our tyres are on 47%, so yeah, our tyres are worse than everyone else's around us.
Tyres still okay?
Some degradations.
Unfortunately. We're going to try and keep on going, but I think the points are maybe going to fall away for us. Yeah, Shinoda down the inside, we've managed to hold on. We've defended there like a horse, like a tiger, like a lion. But I think we're going to have to defend a wee bit more. So we're on high, always defend. And yeah, we're now like almost 3 seconds behind Russell. And we've still got Shinoda behind us, so we're just trying to see this out. But it is pretty difficult right now. Shinoda maybe going to make a move, and he's... I think we should have the DRS though, shouldn't we? No, we don't. Again, Shinoda has it, so he's timed that correctly. We're going to try and hold on to it, and we do keep Shinoda behind us. So Alonso defending for his life here. Does not want to let 10th place go. Could we be getting another point? Russell is now in front of Ricciardo. And I think that's Ricciardo done. I don't think he's going to come back at him. Don't think he has enough left. I'm beginning to think, should we maybe put the hards on now? Have we made a mistake going to the softs? It did not help when we fell behind Hulkenberg at the beginning either. So yeah, a few things going against us here. And again, it's Shinoda with 5 laps to go. And this time, do we have the DRS? I think we do. We can see the Shinoda pass here once more. Shinoda just going down the inside of Fernando. Easy enough manoeuvre. But can he hold on to it? Because down the straight, we have just re-overtaken him. And we get back into 10th. So, yeah. So far, so good. Let's just keep the tyre going. Tyre is now on 39%. Verstappen looks like he's going to win this thing. and we're just desperate now to try and hold on to the final point, and we're 3.4 seconds behind Ricciardo, so yeah, we have no pace. We're not going to catch anybody in front of us. It's all about holding on to what we do have. And Alonso's going to have to defend for his life, as once again Ricciardo is getting closer. Ricciardo this time, I think he's made the move there. So Ricciardo does get in front. I mean, Shinoda gets in front. And can we get back at him here? We're going to have to try. We're going to have to deploy, and we're going to go for the maneuver here, and we're going to go down the inside, and we have made that work. So we get back in front of Shinoda here. It's like cat and mouse. I mean, positions switching every single lap. But we're going to have to make sure that we are in front going into the last lap. Ideally, we probably want to be behind going into the second last lap. And at the moment, if it keeps switching, then we might be okay. We might just make it, but right now, again, it's all Shinoda. Once again, gets past us here. And if we stick with him, we should be able to, again, I'm hoping get him on the pit straight. But I'm not sure if we're going to actually close in here, and I don't think we are. So Shinoda has really got a chance now to pull away from us. Possibly a mistake by us not making that move there. But it depends if we can stick close to him, then we might be alright. So let's see if we can just hold it in here. We're sticking with him, so still 4 attempts the gap. And I think we should be okay as Alonso looks to try and get back past Shinoda. And we do. And we got past him even before the straight, but tyres are now on 32%, so this is the last lap. And he's got DRS. We're going to have to defend this.
Okay.
And we're going to have to use all... Yeah, we're going to have to deploy all of the ERS.
Copy.
I say last lap. I think it's the penultimate lap, actually, so... I don't know if we want to use all ERS. I think we've got a decent enough gap there. We should be fine as we attempt to go into neutral. And can we harvest some? I think we will try that. Try and get us enough charged up for the last lap. So let's continue that. Can we top some up now? We're going to try everything we can here to give us enough percentage. Going into the last lap and a half here. We're on 30%, so Fernando here really needs to make this work. You can see the gap is 5 tenths as Shinoda follows Fernando. We'll see what it looks like on board from Shinoda. So, I mean, he is closing in on us, and he's looking to try and get past. The Racing Bulls want a double points finish. We're desperate to deny them that. And we're going to now deploy everything we have
Copy.
in the hope that keeps us in front. And it is the final lap. And wow, okay, we've just been overtaken then. And we're now 7 tenths behind, and that's a disaster. And Alonso now claiming to be struggling here. And this is all going horribly wrong. Can Alonso deploy here and try and close up on him? Here's hoping. So Fernando then is going to come at Shinoda.
Yep.
And we need to go for this. I feel like Fernando has to make this move here.
This is last lap coming up.
And he has he made it? Has Alonso got it? No, he's not. So Fernando finds himself now behind. Well, we're going to have to go aggressive here. I know that the tyres are pretty much close to done, but we're going to have to attack. Try and close this gap. And then when we get ourselves hopefully into position, hopefully we can do something. So you see Alonso now still chasing down Shinoda. The gap is about 7 tenths. And now I believe we are going to deploy. So we're going to deploy everything we've got. And we're going to hopefully close down Shinoda and get close enough to launch a move into the final corner. 7 tenths the gap, 5 tenths here, so we are bringing it down. We're getting closer. We've got the DRS open. But I don't know if it's going to be enough. We're going to try here. And we've got the race winner. It looks like Max Verstappen has managed to cross the line in first place. Congratulations to him. He's won. Second race in a row. But what can we do? There he is. Look at that, Max. Happy with himself. Max Verstappen, fist in the air. Celebrates the 25 points. But what can Fernando do? And we need to make a move here. And Fernando, if you stick this, you might have a chance. We're going down the... Holy crap, if we made this work, we're going down the outside, Fernando. But we've got no ERS left. It's a drag race, and we're going to lose to Shinoda, who's got the flap open. And Shinoda's going to take the last point. Shinoda takes the last point. We have to settle for 11th, and we can see Shinoda re-overtaking us. Looked like we were about to get past him here, but he stuck it in, and we left him room, and look at that. He had the DRS, and very disappointing, man. We'll finish with 8 points in Saudi Arabia. Oh, man. Tough to take. 11th place for Fernando. Tough day at the office. No points. Alonso in 11th. Lance Stroll retired. Finished in 20th. Aston Martin. They really do not look happy.
Having to retire early will no doubt
I mean, they're shaking hands, they're clapping, but for what reason? Why? It was a disaster of a race. And Max Verstappen gets to stand on the podium alongside his Red Bull teammate.
What an excellent way.
Sergio Perez, so it's a 1-2 for Red Bull. Carlos Sainz comes home in 3rd place, but bad day for us, bad day for Aston Martin. Should have done better than that. I'm sure that champagne tastes like, I'm sure it's sweet for Verstappen. Probably tastes like piss for us. So, oh, there you go, guys. That is it. That is your Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Max Verstappen wins from his teammate. We had Sainz in 3rd, and McLaren's, Mercedes, Ferrari, Mercedes, the Racing Bulls, and then Aston Martin in 11th. Yep, just disappointing in the end. Didn't finish a million miles away from Shinoda. The tyres cost us as well. Tyres just weren't good enough. And bringing up the rear, Lance Stroll. So, yeah, the standings then. Max Verstappen has got a perfect 50 points, albeit no fastest laps, but he will not care. He's got 2 wins. That's what he wants. 2 wins, 2 pole positions, looking good. Perez and Norris both with 28 points. Sainz with 27. Leclerc for 24. So, I mean, it's very, very close. You take Max Verstappen out of this, and what a championship race you have. In terms of the constructors, Red Bull 78, Ferrari 51, McLaren 47, Mercedes 22, Racing Bull 5, and then us on 1. So, not good for us. But Alpine have leapfrogged Haas and Williams, so they've done alright there. Fastest lap, fastest pit stop went to Norris. So, there you go. Lance Stroll had a fast pit stop, but, I mean, who really cares? Doesn't do anything for me. In the fastest pit stop competition, we are currently in 4th place. So, yeah, we're decent at pit stops, but no pace. That's what it is. Alonso had 1 pit. I mean, you look at Alonso's pit stop, 6.9, and that could have been the difference. You know, had we got a good pit stop, then we might have actually got a point in that race, but it didn't happen. Didn't reach our race target, so no contract bonus either. Just a really bad weekend. A weekend to forget, and I will do my absolute best, guys, to forget it. I mean, up next we have Australia, which is you know, a decent place. I like Australia. I'm hoping Australia is kind to us. I'm hoping Australia is good to us when we go down under. But you can see Alonso here is clearly not happy. He's demoralised. Alonso is demoralised, and I don't blame him. Everything he's negative with. He's not happy with the results. He's not happy with the staff, the facilities, and the car performance. He's happy with his performance against Lance Stroll because he's beaten him. But, I mean, no surprise there. Right, we might have to offer Alonso a contract. Next episode, I think we're going to offer Alonso a big juicy bonus here. Try and get him to stay for another year, and hopefully we can improve his morale. But anyway, guys, that's it. Who's going to improve my morale? I don't know, because right now, down in the dumps, 2 races in, 1 little point. Can we add more in Australia? Let's hope so. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, and until next time, peace.